Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So you guys will tell me if you can see it. Hold on. Alright, so can you guys see my screen? Don't worry, you can unmute and answer
No,
now. No?
no,
Okay.
Yep.
no,
No, no, we can't hear screen.
Not yet. We can't see.
Okay. Alright, let me stop sharing and share again. Okay. Okay, what about now?
no.
Hmm. Hmm. So nobody can see my screen. That's weird. Alright, you guys just
Yeah, nobody can see it from here.
okay. Alright, just hold on. I'm going to leave the meeting and join again. Just hold on. Okay, how about now? How about now? Can you guys see it now?
Yes, it's coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you can
Okay.
see
Yes,
your screen now.
yes, we can see.
Finally.
Yeah.
Alright, that's
We
great.
can see it now.
Alright, that's
Yes.
great. That's great. So I can see it seems like somebody is actually accepting these people in the lobby. Somebody is able to do that. Okay. Okay. So not to waste time, um Please let's mute ourselves. Please let's mute ourselves. All right. So today we are going to be talking about introduction to Microsoft. All right. So we are not going to be doing too much practical. So I'm just going to put you explain about Microsoft and show you the environment. So it's just like me showing you around, maybe a new building or something. So that's what we're going to do today. All right. So I want to ask a quick question. From the explanation on the team's WhatsApp, can somebody tell me what they understand what Microsoft is? If you feel you want to answer, just raise your hand and I'll select who's going to talk. Okay. So does anybody have an idea what Microsoft is? Anybody? Nobody?
Yeah, good
Okay.
evening. Good evening.
All right. All right. Desmond, good evening. So,
This is Abiodun.
oh, okay. So Desmond, you can speak. Desmond,
Alright. Good evening,
good evening.
everyone. How's everyone doing?
We are doing okay. We're doing okay.
So Microsoft is an enterprise application
Okay.
that is an enterprise that offers various solutions for businesses,
Okay.
ranging from basic office work tools to operating systems, which is widely used, and business grade ERPs, I would think. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
So there is suite of solutions for
Okay.
businesses.
All right. Thank you very much. That's actually correct. I would like to hear from Rhoda too. Rhoda, I'd like to hear what you have.
Okay, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so in my own understanding, Microsoft is actually more like a company that is known for manufacturing, licensing, and selling of softwares like the Windows app, the Office 365, the Xbox Surface, and cloud services.
Okay. All right. All right. That's also correct. Oluwa Bimpe, that's the last person.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Microsoft is a technological company that creates tools that people use to do work and they use for business.
Okay.
So most of their software, their applications are mainly used in offices and businesses.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. So, I'm going to be speaking to you guys in, will I say, layman tone. All right, because I don't want to be using BB grammar. I want to be using words where you'll be able to comprehend and understand. So, Microsoft is a company that provides solution to everyday activities. For it doesn't matter which kind of company or wherever it is, you can use Microsoft. So let me give you instance now. Microsoft created Windows, right? If there was no Windows now, all of us will be using Mac because that's like the only competition. All right. So they created Windows for a software for your computers. That's what gives you the ability to be able to have a computer today. All right. And they also provide services and tools for making jobs easier. They help people manage organization. Okay. So tools they've provided include, I would like somebody to tell me if you know any Microsoft tool that they use. Can you tell me? Anyone? If you know a tool of Microsoft, I would like you to raise up your hand. Alright. ICM ICMS.
Yeah, Abiodun is the name. Apologies for
Oh,
that. That's the name of my company.
no
So
problem.
one one of their tools is Microsoft Office that has Microsoft Word, Excel, etc. Thank you.
Okay. So Ogona. Ogona.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Microsoft 365 is one of the tools.
Okay. So I want you to like list any tool you know
Mm-hmm.
under that Microsoft 365.
Any okay.
Don't worry, you don't need to like
Okay.
check
Okay.
anywhere.
Okay. Okay.
Just say what you know. Alright.
Okay. Teams is part of it. If I don't have to go too far,
Yeah,
you
that's
can say
correct.
more teams is part
Yeah,
of it.
that's correct. Teams.
So
Rhoda, you want to
yeah,
say, you want to
I think
mention
that's all I
one?
have for now.
Alright.
Yes, we have OneDrive.
OneDrive, that's correct. Oluwabimpe.
Okay, they have Teams, Microsoft Teams.
Alright.
Okay,
Anyways.
under 365, there's
Alright.
Microsoft Word.
Alright. Okay. Thank you very much. You're all correct. So now, Microsoft actually has different tools for different functions and different reasons. We have the Teams, we have the OneDrive, we have the SharePoint, we have Outlook, we have Exchange, we have Intune. There are a lot of things Microsoft provided, right? But we are going to be taking them one by one on this training so that you understand what they do, how to manage them, and how to like configure them for an organization. Okay. So what we are going to let me now break it down for you. Now, most of you have um Google Photos on your phone. Is that correct? You can unmute yourself and say yes if you have. Do you have Google Photos on your phone?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
yes,
when you,
Yes.
yes,
all
Okay.
right. Now, when you take a picture, right, on your phone, it saves to Google Photos. Now, Google Photos is just an application that keeps your photos, that makes you access that photo. But where the photo is kept and backed up is called Google Cloud, right? Now, that Google Cloud is called Google Drive. Google Drive. So that's the space where your pictures are kept. Is that do you relate? Are you guys relating?
Yes.
yes, sir,
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
yes, we are.
Now,
Yes.
as
Yes.
As
Very.
Yeah.
Google got Google Drive, Microsoft own is called OneDrive. OneDrive. It's the same, like the same concept, the same pattern, but different name, different company. Now we are having meeting now on Microsoft Teams, right? For Google, it's called Google Meet. I'm sure you guys have heard of that before. It's called
Yes,
Google
yes,
Meet. Yeah.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is for like collaboration, having meeting, sharing files and all, right? Now we have Gmail, and on Microsoft end we have you call it Outlook, right? So on
yes.
Gmail it's called Gmail. On Microsoft it's called Outlook. Now You can see the similarities, right? It's two the same function but different companies, right? Now that is for um OneDrive and Teams and what else did you just say? Uh, Outlook, right? So now we have something to called SharePoint. Now, SharePoint is like a collaboration space for different people in the organization. If you have OneDrive now, OneDrive is your personal storage space, right? Why SharePoint is like for the whole organization where you keep files for the whole organization. Let me show you something. So when you all log in, this is the first page you all see, right?
What's vai? What's vai?
Are you guys hearing me? Now, when you log in,
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear
yeah,
you.
when you
Yes.
log
Yes,
in,
Yes.
yes, yes.
this is the first page you see on the Microsoft Cloud. Now, on the left, if you see where I see apps, you can see all the apps listed here. These are all the apps available for me. I'm going to be opening them one by one so you see and understand. Now, I'll start from OneDrive. This is OneDrive. So this is OneDrive. Okay. So this is OneDrive. If you want to come and see everything I have on my OneDrive, I'll come to this option, my files. So whatever is mine, I can store it here, right? As you can see, there are already folders and files here. Nothing concerns the organization with what is on my own personal OneDrive. It is mine. Do you understand? I decide who I want to share my files with. That is what OneDrive does. It's your personal storage space. Now, on OneDrive, I can create files, share files, create document, share document. How do I do that? If you look at the left top corner here, you see a plus sign. If I click on it, you will see what do you want to create. Is it a folder? Is it a Word file? Is it Excel, PowerPoint, whatever you want to create? Now, if I create a folder, you're going to see the pop-up. Hold on. Okay. So now I create a Word document. I don't know why I don't know if it's network. Hold on. Okay, now. So I've created a new folder. I can name this folder whatever I want. I can name it test. Let's say test folder and create. Now you're going to see the folder is going to get created. This is it, right? I can create a Word document, PowerPoint, Excel. And aside from that, I can decide who I want to share the file with. As you can see this icon, there's a share icon. I click on it. I can send the file to anybody. I can send it to Gmail, um, Yahoo Mail, whatever email I want. So I can also give permission. What kind of permission do I want them to have? As you can see, there are different permissions. Can edit, can view, and can't download. That means you can see it, but you cannot download it, right? So OneDrive has a lot of features. If you want to see files that was shared with you or you share to somebody, you come here. As you can see, shared. When you click on it, you are going to see files that are shared with you. This file was shared to me by this person, right? If you want to see files that you share to somebody, click on this one, shared by you. So far, I have not shared anything to anybody. That's why you see here is empty. Okay. Now, this is called recycle bin. I know you guys know what a recycle bin is. If you don't know, um,
Yes.
okay, you guys know.
Yes.
hmm
Deleted
So
files.
on Microsoft, we have two recycle bin. We have the first stage and second stage. Now, this is the first stage. If I delete this file now from here, normally it's supposed to be deleted, but there's a second stage where I can go and recover that file. Now, see it here, second stage. If you come here, you see that file. This is it. So you can restore it back. So after the second stage now, if I delete it from here, the files will be permanently deleted. It's not restorable again. If you delete it from the second stage, the files, Yoruba will say Otilo, the files are permanently deleted. Right? Now, how does the recycle bin work? If I should delete a file, I have 30 days to restore it on the first stage recycle bin. If I don't restore it, it goes to the second stage recycle bin for another 30 days, right? After the next 30 days, if you don't restore it, it gets deleted by itself permanently. Okay. Now, what else? This is favorite. So this is if you just want to favorite a folder so that you can easily access it. That's what this one does, right? Mm, so there are still a lot of things to talk about OneDrive, but I don't want to like start talking about it yet. This is like just introduction, right? So if you have a question on OneDrive now, based on what I just asked you, um, explain, you can ask me now. Like just ask me anything about OneDrive, and I'll try to answer it. Anything at all. So this is just an introductory class, right? Don't don't see it like you have got like big, do something big yet. We are just introducing ourselves to the products. So do you guys have any question on OneDrive? Okay, Rhoda. All right, Rhoda, you can go ahead. Rhoda.
I did not raise up my hand though.
Okay, your hand is up. All right. So who wants to talk? Who wants to talk? Anybody that wants to talk should talk.
All right. Thank you so much
Okay.
for your time already. Anything that is saved on OneDrive, is it accessible in a device?
Only if you sync it. There is something called sync, right? So for you to access it on your device, you have to download the OneDrive application on your device. Then you'll be able to sync it from the cloud to the desktop. So if you look at my screen now, you see an icon on down here. Can you see the icon? Can you see the icon? I'm speaking to the person that asked the question.
Yes, I can see it.
So if you click on it, you see this is the OneDrive um, application. So you can see that some files are here that are on the web, right? I can access them. I don't need to like start going to the web. So if I click on open folder,
Okay.
you can see the icon on the left. Now these are the files. I can access them from my computer. All right. We are going to get to that.
Okay, even without
Yeah,
network.
yeah. So we are going to get to that, right? Don't worry yourself. So is there any other person that wants to ask a question? Please just go ahead to speak. Any other person wants to ask a question?
Hello,
Yeah, hello.
hello, good evening.
Good
I
evening.
want to ask some question.
Okay.
All right. So for access to the recycle bin,
Mm-hmm.
normal users have stage one access, right?
Yes. So like I said, one.
And while admin users
Okay. So
are
now,
the only ones who have second stage access.
no, 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 no. So now, look at it like this.
This is me.
All right. So if you are an admin or you are a user, you are all users, right? Before an admin was given an admin right, he was a user. So so before an admin was given an admin right, he was a user. He was created as a user. Now, what gives you access to your OneDrive is the license, right? So even if you are an admin and you are not given a OneDrive license, you will not be able to access OneDrive, the first stage and second stage. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Can you come again, please?
I said that makes sense. Yes.
Okay. So now, like I said, we'll get there because I'll be showing you one by one. All right. So who else has a question before I move on this like just random questions? If you have anyone, let me know now. Just speak. If there is none, I'll continue. So that's just brief introduction on OneDrive. Now, which other application do we have? We have Outlook. So I'll open the Outlook. Let me open the Outlook. So we all know what Outlook is for. Outlook is the application used to send and receive emails, right? Now, if you look at this Outlook now, it looks like your regular Gmail. If you use Gmail, it looks like your regular Gmail. Um, so it looks like your regular Gmail. It has an inbox, set item, draft, deleted item, junk. I think it's spam on on Google. I'm not sure, but it's either junk or spam. We have archive. So these folders are like inbox is emails that are sent to you. Draft is email that you are trying to send, but you've not sent it yet. Set item is emails that have been set already. Deleted item, emails that are deleted. Junk, emails that are marked as spam. Alright. Archive is emails that you don't want to see. You don't want to see them. So you just archive them. They are still there, but you just don't want to see them. Right? Now, on this Outlook, you can create rules. What they call rules. Like how you want your emails to perform. For instance, if you come to this settings icon or the right top corner, if you click here, you will see different options here. Now, if you click on account, it just tells you about your account. Shared with me, it's going to give you information about what was shared with you. Alright, if it's email, let's say somebody give you access to email, you can add the email. It is going to show up on your Outlook. So automatic replies, if you want like an if like when people send you email, they should get an automatic response. This is where you set it up. Right? Signature, if you want to add a signature to your email, this is where you do it. All right. Now, um storage, this is just telling you like how much storage you have used out of your storage space. Now, if you come to um mail, you see different categories here too. If you come to rules here, you can set up rules, any any rules at all. Now, let me show you an example now. Add a new rule. I'll put it as test. Hold on. Test. Add condition. If the email is from, if the email is from gmail.com, gmail.com, right? Or let me put a full Gmail. So that I've created a rule. If the email is from this email, what should happen? Add an action. Now, I'll say move to, I'll select the folder I want it to move to, archive or deleted. Okay, so let's create this one. We are going to test it out and you see if the rule is going to take effect. So let me log into my Gmail. I'll log into my Gmail and then try to send emails to this Outlook. We'll see the behavior. Let's hold on. Network seems to be slow. Okay. So I'm going to create a test email now and send to this user. I don't know why the network is slow and it's a 5G. Okay, so let me send a new one. So if you remember the rule that was created, that any email that comes from this Gmail should go to deleted, the deleted folder. So if I should send an email, it will automatically go to the deleted folder. Why is this slow? Anyways, don't let us waste time because this is taking our time. Now you can see other rules there. Is you can create another one. You can create multiple rules. You can decide um to create a rule, add condition if the email is from, or if the email is going to this, what will happen? Choose what will happen, right? There's also something called forwarding rule. If you want email to be forwarded to, let's say email that was sent to you, if you want it to be forwarded to somebody, you come here, enable forwarding. If email is sent to you, you can put an email you want the email to be forwarded to, right? So if you want it to keep a copy for you, all you need to do is just check this box, right? Now, this Google is slow. I don't know why, but what I've said does it make sense? Please just speak out if you understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand, please let me know.
Yes,
Yes,
I'm making
yes.
sense, sir.
Okay.
Yes, makes
Yes,
sense.
that's
Okay.
amazing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's making sense.
I was trying to help you test it out, but the network is bad. But no worries. So basically, that's what the Outlook is. Now, on the left hand side, every Outlook comes with a calendar. Every Outlook comes with a calendar. Now, what does a calendar do? A calendar is just to help you schedule meetings, and plan your day. So if you have a calendar, you can decide, okay, I have a meeting by 2. I want to remind myself that I have a meeting by 2. Then you can use a calendar to like give yourself that reminder, right? What else? So you can add contacts to calendar to your Outlook also. You can add contacts from your phone. You can create a new contact. Let's say you just want to be sending uh, some information to those contacts. You can add them to the Outlook. Don't worry, with time, we are going to be doing all these things one by one. All right. So don't worry. Uh, just a second. Please, can somebody mute? Somebody is making noise. Who's that? Okay. All right. So I think that's like a brief explanation for Outlook. Now, let's go to another application. Let's go to Teams. Let's go to Teams, or let's go to SharePoint. Let's go to SharePoint. Now, like I explained before, OneDrive is your personal storage on the cloud where you keep files, right? SharePoint is like organization, like storage space, not for only one person. As you can see now, this is a SharePoint. These are all SharePoints. If I click on this one now, let me open it. Let me open it. Now we have opened a SharePoint site. On the SharePoint site, you are going to realize that there is a pan called document. Now this SharePoint site is just like a regular website. You know, when you create your website, you can customize the website. You can decide how you want the like site to look like. Do you understand? But the main thing people use a SharePoint site for is for documents. Document. Now, if I come to document, you will see that we have files and folders also. But the difference is that it's not for me. It's not my personal one. It's for like the whole organization. Right? Now, if you click on member here, you realize that it's only one person that is on this site. If you want like 10 people in your organization to collaborate on one folder or on the whole site, all you need to do is just add them to the site and they'll have access to it. But on your personal one, you can't do that. It's either you share it to them, but on the SharePoint site, you can add them to the site and they'll have access to the folder. Okay, now let's come here, admin. So this is the admin tab, like the admin panel, where you manage everything, both the SharePoint, OneDrive, Actives, emails, whatever it is at all. Whatever it is at all, anything. So just hold on, it's loading. So this is how the admin center look like. This is how the admin center looks like, right? On the left, you come down on the left here, click on show all. When you click on show all, you are going to see all the type of admin, right? Like admin center that we have. We have the SharePoint admin center, we have the Teams, we have the Exchange, we have the Intune, and others. So let me just show it to you. So if you look at it very well, why is this slow? Now, as you can see here, it's written admin centers, right? These admin centers, that is where you manage and configure like whatever is going to happen in the organization. That's where it's configured. This is where you create users. This is where you give them license. This is where you give them like access to whatever you want. But for now, I just want to show you something on SharePoint. Now I open SharePoint now. This is the SharePoint admin center. So let's say for instance now you are a SharePoint admin. Your role in an organization is to handle SharePoint. This is where your work will be. You don't have any business with any other admin center. This is where your office is, right? Now, if you go to active sites, active sites are sites that are like available now that you have created. So you're going to see all the sites you have now on this page. So this is the one I was showing you the other time. If you click on it, you see membership. When you click on membership, right, you can add everybody in your organization. You can add them to the site. You can now decide, okay, what kind of role do you want them to have? What kind of access do you want them to have on that site? You can make them owner, you can make them admin, you can make them just members. You can make them to be members that cannot edit but just see. You understand? So if you want to do that, you just do that from here, right? You can also configure what you want, like those documents, how you want it to be managed. Do you want the site to be public or private? Now, look at this external file sharing. Who do you want like should be able to access these files if you share them? If you put it on anyone, it means that if you share a file with me now and I share it to my friend will be able to access it, right? But if I choose new add existing guest, it means that both new and existing guests can access it, but they need to like authenticate with their Microsoft Authenticator. If you put it here, existing guest, it means that you don't want new any like new person, right? If you put it here, it means you want only people in your organization. Do you understand? So there are a lot of configuration you are going to learn as time goes. Okay, so I don't know if you get the difference between OneDrive and SharePoint now. Do you get the difference? OneDrive is personal.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
OneDrive is personal, but SharePoint is like for the whole organization.
Organization.
hmm Now this is the SharePoint Admin Center. So whatever you are managing now, whatever you are configuring as an admin is done here. Let's say for instance, you want to configure sharing policy. How do you want files to be shared org-wide? If you come here and you click on sharing, you are going to be seeing some settings. Now, if I click here, it means that anyone that has access to whatever file in my organization can access it. If I don't want that to happen, I can bring it down to anyone in the organization. Now, I'm going to show you what happens if I put a setting to only people in my organization. I will show you what happens. Hold on, let me save it. Now, you can see OneDrive. OneDrive is only people in my organization. SharePoint also. Let me try to share a file on OneDrive. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now because of the settings I have made, I'm going to try and share a file to somebody that is outside my organization. It could be a Gmail, Yahoo Mail, whatever mail, as long as the person is not like in the organization. you get an error. No. So let's try to send. You can see because of that configuration, I cannot send emails, files outside the organization. If I go back and I change it to anyone, you see that if I try to share that same file again, it's going to go. Just hold on. So let me try to share that same file again. So what I'm explaining now, I'm just trying to like give you idea of what an admin does. So admin is like the person that like configures things and controls how like you want like actions to happen in the organization. So let me try again. Same email. Oh. You see that it's going to go. Hold on. I think it's still. Or did I save it? No. Oh, I didn't save it. I didn't save it. So when you make a change, always make sure to save it. All right. Okay. Let me refresh. Let me refresh here also. Okay. All right. Okay. So now let me try again. Now that we have allowed it to be on anyone, the file should go through to anyone, whether it's Gmail or Yahoo Mail. Now that particular place we just did configuration is called org-wide configuration. Org-wide means that it covers the whole organization. So you can see it's not giving me that error you gave me the other time because now I put it back to anyone. Now it's going to allow me send to anybody. Okay. So now that is org wide. You can actually configure to share a file. Like let's say for instance now you decide that okay you want the whole organization to be able to share files, right? But you want one particular folder to be only people in your organization, or you want a particular site to just be only people in your organization. You can still configure that, right? So let's say for instance now this is on anyone. I can go to a site. I decide that okay I want this site to be only people in my organization. I don't want it to like take the configuration of the org wide. I can decide that I want only that site to be only people in my organization. That also is determined by the admin and whatever the organization wants. If the organization say okay, let's create a site that only us can access it, then you come do this configuration on the site level. So you can see the org wide is on anyone, but you can change this one to all the people in your organization, right? So if you save this one now, any file you are trying to share from this site will not will not go outside. It will not go external because that's what has been configured, right? Now, um, before I continue, I would like you to ask any question at all. Can you ask a question before I continue? If you have any question, and also the somebody asked me before that can you sync your file from the cloud to the desktop? Yes, you can do the same thing for SharePoint. You can sync your file to your computer desktop, and you'll be able to like manage everything without going to your browser. You can do it for SharePoint also. So, quick question before I continue.
Uh,
Yes.
Um, Thank you for the in-depth overview of SharePoint so far.
Okay.
I have a question which has to do with for SharePoint.
hmm
Is it just admins that create sites, or users can also create sites from their own end?
Okay, that's a very good
How
question.
do you also manage that?
That's a very good question. Now, that is also configured by the admin. If you want a user to be able to create site by themselves without as not an admin, you can also configure that. Let me show it to you. Now, if you come here, you see this option, settings.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm with you.
all right. So you can see site creation. You click on site creation. See, users can create SharePoint sites. If you uncheck this and save it, you've already disabled that option for them. Do you understand? So you as an admin, it's you that still have the power to create that configuration, right? So let's say for instance now, I did not like disable it. I am an ordinary user. I can always create a site. How will I create a site? Now, if you're an admin, to create a site normally, you have to come to like the admin center, right? But users now, you don't have admin center because you are not an admin. You are not an admin. So this is how you are able to create the site. Let me show you. Now, if you're a normal user without admin right, this is where you create it. You click on SharePoint. Every user have that one, whether you are admin or not, as long as you have subscription. Now, you can see that this is not admin page. This is user page. See the option here,
Mm-hmm.
create
Yeah.
site. Now, every user can create it as long as
Oh,
that
that
option.
okay.
So as long
As
as
long
that
as the
option,
option has not been turned off by
exactly,
the admin.
exactly. So every user will be able to create it, right?
Okay.
So do you have any other question?
No.
Anybody? Don't worry, all this you are going to like do it one by.
Yes.
Yes, I
David.
actually have a question.
Okay,
I actually have a question.
okay.
Actually, I want to know as a SharePoint admin,
Mm-hmm.
can you be able to access other people's files, like other users' files in
Okay,
the organization?
the answer is
One and one that's on the OneDrive.
Mm-hmm.
of other users
Yeah.
in the organization,
Yeah.
in the same organization. Yeah, is
Yeah.
it possible?
Yeah. So now,
Okay.
as an admin, right, you have access to
Hmm.
everybody's OneDrive, but you have to either be a SharePoint admin or a global admin. Now, let me show you. This is my
Okay.
admin center now. On the left, if you go to users, hold on. Okay, go
Okay.
to users, active users. So we are still going to talk about this also because we are going to be doing it together. I'll show you how to create users, assign license, and all that.
Okay.
So now, that question you asked now, let me go to, let's say, user. I created this for somebody. Let's click on this one. Now, I'm an admin. Oh. Normally, it's you that's supposed to have access to your OneDrive. But me, I can go into your OneDrive. I can go inside it. Let me show you. This is OneDrive. You see this? Create link to file. Now, this is the link of that person's OneDrive. This user. If I click on it now, you're going to see it's going to open that user's OneDrive. Now, I know you also asked that why the admin have access to it. So the reasons why they used to allow admin to have access to it is just in case of backup. Sometimes the user can like have issue with his OneDrive. The admin will be able to like assist. Do you understand?
Okay. Okay. So that means you just have to be an admin. You don't necessarily have to be a SharePoint admin. You have, if once you're an admin, you can have access to other
No,
people's
no,
files
no. You have to
or
either
one on
be
OneDrive.
no. You have to either be a
Okay.
SharePoint admin. That word SharePoint admin is what gives you access to the files, right? Now, global admin. You know I told you global admin can do everything. It can do what SharePoint admin can do. It can do Teams admin. It can do Exchange admin, right? It's a global admin. So it's either a global admin or a SharePoint admin. Any other admin cannot. Any other admin cannot.
Oh,
Now you can
okay.
see um
Okay.
um so you
Thank you
can
very
see
much.
no problem. Now you can see that I'm in the user's OneDrive now. I can create file inside the OneDrive. It's not my own, no, but I can create it, right? And again, as an admin, I can give access to anybody to this OneDrive. Let's say we are 10 in the organization now, and I want like 10 of you to be seeing one OneDrive. I can do that. Share understand. That's where admin has power. Admin has power to do that. I will show you other things as time go on, how you can do that. Right now, next question before we continue. Anybody has a question?
Oh, yes. Good evening.
Okay, good evening.
All right. Thank you for the teaching so far.
Okay.
So for the
two of my questions the other participant has already asked, but the other thing I just need some clarification on is the global admin
Mm-hmm.
and the SharePoint admin.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that most of the company
Mm-hmm.
they actually take global admin because most of the users in the company they have access to SharePoint, to team. Maybe they want to add documents. They might not be able to edit.
Yeah.
So for the team admin, SharePoint admin, I think I don't know, maybe I don't know how often you think the opportunity is there for each of those tools. Because I just see most organizations, they might just have one person to generate email for you.
Mm-hmm.
Then while other the users, they edit or manage the company documents, I mean upload anything,
Okay.
then and so on. So I really don't see maybe there's this special position for maybe SharePoint admin because so far so good that our weakness or experience. I
Okay.
don't know. So
Okay.
I really,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Thank you very much. So now I want you to understand something. You are speaking based on your experience, what you have known. Do you know they employ people just as a user admin? All you need to do is just create users, nothing else. That's all you do. You create users, assign license to them. If they employ new person,
mm,
create user, assign license to them. Anybody that they are sacking
mm,
or anybody that's leaving the organization, remove the license, delete the user, back up the user's file. That's that's the-
mhm.
that's one job on its own. Now, let me give you an instance. I created over 200 users just for you guys. Did you see how long it took me? If you're a global admin and
Yes,
you are in an organization where there are 200 staff, you cannot do the work alone. It's not possible. That's where division of labor comes in. That's where they employ SharePoint admin. They know that anything that concerns files will be handled by SharePoint admin. They employ Exchange admin. Anything that concerns email, right, is handled by
mm,
SharePoint Exchange admin. They employ Teams admin. Anything that concerns Teams, right, is handled by Teams admin. The only time they employ one global admin is if the organization like is a small one. If the organization is small, they might employ you maybe like global admin. But I hardly see big company employ only one person as global admin. How many of the work do you want to do? You cannot do
mm.
everything. It's not possible.
Yeah, the reason why I said so is, for the instance you made mention,
Mm-hmm.
not every year this company do make all this their recruitment. Maybe per year they might just employ 4, 5, 10 for
Mm-hmm.
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a gradual uh, user creation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that at once you have 200 people. Maybe the company must have been operating like 10 years upward. They have staff already. So two people leave. I'm just still thinking,
Mm-hmm.
the way some organization actually work.
All right.
So
All right.
the, yeah,
So now, okay, let's talk about SharePoint. Is there any day an organization do you feel they don't use files, or they don't share files, or they don't edit files, or they don't collaborate? Is there any day you think that doesn't happen?
every day. That's why I say every users now in the organization, they have access to both edit, upload, do whatever they do,
So
just to
that
send
that that
notification
that is
by
done.
email.
That is done by the SharePoint
Yeah,
admin.
yeah.
The SharePoint admin gives you access for you to be able to do all those things. Do you understand? It's the SharePoint admin
Ah,
that will give you a file, give you access to a file, and say, okay, you can only see this file, you cannot edit it. You can only see this file, you cannot download. Do you understand? Because they give you access to edit,
mm,
doesn't mean you have right or like ownership of that file. You're just a member. They just give you access to it. Okay, if something goes wrong, who will resolve it? It's the SharePoint admin. You cannot go and call Exchange admin to
or
come and
global
resolve.
admin.
hmm
Mm,
You cannot call Exchange admin to resolve SharePoint issue. Where does he want to start from? You will not even know what to do.
ah,
Do you understand? So that's why I say, when
yeah.
you do your training now, you choose where you want to do, where you want to work on. If you are good with Exchange, you focus on Exchange. If you are good with SharePoint, you focus on SharePoint. If you are good with Teams,
Mm,
you focus on Teams. Do you understand? The market is wide
mm,
though. The market is very, very wide.
mm.
As for me,
All right.
I'm a global admin. I work on everything. Everything. You understand? So I understand your question, and
Mm,
it's a valid one. But at the end of the day, when you learn, you will decide if you want to be a global admin or SharePoint or Exchange or Teams. I hope that makes sense.
all right.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
So any other question?
Mm,
I guess there's a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
So you were talking about creation of users,
Mhm.
like multiple users. I mean, not multiple users. Say you want to create 100, 200 users.
Mhm.
So are you saying that the creation of users will have to be one by one, or is there no way where you can batch the creation of the users?
You can. There are ways, but
Do
the
you
truth.
get my question?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There are ways you can actually do that using PowerShell. But let me tell you the truth. It's still like doing the same thing one by one. Do you know why? Because if you want to use PowerShell, you have to create a CSV file. You know what they call CSV file? It's like an Excel where you have to like first of all write
Yeah, yeah,
out.
yeah, sure.
Mhm. You have to first of all write out all the names of the email, like the way you want it to be created. You have to start writing them one by one. You understand? You write everything, choose what license you want to give to them. Once you do that, before you're able to run the PowerShell. So it's still like almost the same process. Yeah, I feel the um one by one is even faster than that one. But then
Mhm.
depends on your preference.
Okay.
Depends on your preference. It's possible. Very possible. So who asked question again? Does anybody still have any question?
I have one question.
Okay.
Yes, yes. By talking about the SharePoint, you've been referring to sites. I don't know. Can you just enlighten me a little bit about the term
Alright.
site?
Alright. So now the user is called site. It's like your regular website. You know what a website is now. Do you know what a website like a regular website is?
Yes.
hmm Now the user is called a site is because
Yeah.
it gives you the opportunity to like design how you want that like site to look like. Now it's like a regular website too. Somebody's bike is making noise. Somebody's bike is making noise. Uh,
Yeah, no, the noise is loud, so
okay. So now it's like a regular website, right? So it's just like Microsoft allow you to create your own website through Microsoft. Do you understand? Now you can customize it, you can design it, you can uh, configure it how you want. Now let me give you a site. Why it's called the site? Let's go
Okay.
to the SharePoint site. Now I'll create one for you so that you understand. Let me create one.
Okay.
Let's create one. Okay. So there are two types of sites. There is a team site and communication site. Now what's the difference? They do the same work. They are all sites. But the difference is that the team site, like you can integrate teams with it, right? If you share a file on Teams now, right, it's going to like save automatically to the
Mm.
SharePoint site. So if me and you now, we are on this site
Okay.
and you share me a file or I share a file, it will automatically be saved to the site.
Okay.
I share you the file on Teams. Do you understand? But it will save to the cloud.
Yes.
Now, let's create this one. So you can see there are different templates of how you want this site to look like. So it's like you building a regular website. You just want like this site to have flavor. Do you understand? Now, let's select this one.
Yes.
Let's use this template now. You can give the site a name. Let's give it F365. Okay. So now, as you can see now, it has created a link for you to that site. Now, if you want somebody to like see what you have designed for the site and also have access to your like a file in your organization, you can easily copy this link and give it to them and say, oh, this is our site. I don't know that you get.
Okay.
Just the way you give you somebody will say
Yeah.
what's your website? You say my website is www dot. Same way you can copy this URL and give it to anybody and say, oh guy, this is my site.
Okay.
Do you understand? That's why it's called site. Because this URL
Okay.
because this URL is involved. Because the URL is involved. Now, it's not called a website like we used to call it Microsoft site because it's created by Microsoft and it's a SharePoint site. Do you understand? So we can practically call
Yes, I understand now.
anything. We can call any page we see online. We can call it a site. But what kind of site is it?
Yeah.
So this particular site is a SharePoint one. If you go google.com, it's a Google website.
Yes.
Do you understand? So this is a Microsoft SharePoint site. I don't know if that clarifies your your concern.
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
understand now.
So any other person? Any other person?
Yes,
Sorry, I just
I
want to.
just
Okay. One person.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
just want to ask a question,
Okay.
like just like to clarify.
Mm-hmm.
So what we just finished right now, which is you've shown us how to create the site,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So the after the creation, is it that it is within there they are going to be sharing all those necessary files, and all the users also will be added, or automatically, uh, after admin have created it, the user will have access to it as well?
Good question. So now, when you create a site, right, you have to add users to it for them to have
Okay.
access. Now, let me give
All
you,
right.
yeah, let me give you why why they introduced this site. Now, we can have different departments.
Okay.
We can have different departments in an organization. Now, let's say we have the accounting department.
Okay.
We have security department. We have vendors.
Yeah.
They can create sites for these three different
Yes.
categories so that they don't mix up the files.
Okay.
You understand? So they create a site for accounting.
Yeah. Yeah.
hmm
Okay. Yeah.
So they create a site for accounting.
Yes.
That accounting now, whatever concerns accounting, will be on that file, that site.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's the idea.
So, and will all the the only user that we have access to it will be like accounting users?
Exactly. So if you give only accounting people access to
Am I
accounting
right?
site, yeah. So if you give access
Okay. All
to
right.
accounting
Okay.
site, it's only accounting people that will have access to it. You understand?
All right.
So
Thanks.
yeah, you're
Thank you.
welcome. Somebody else wanted to ask
sorry, I want to
something.
ask like one question. Yes, just wanted to clarify that in the case of sharing files with people, when you were mentioning and the SharePoint, when you want to share file, you must have there was a place where you were showing that if they are not, you can select the type of people you want to share your file with. If they are
Mm-hmm.
within the organization, that is internally or externally.
Yeah.
Now, my clarification is that if it was an external person,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to share the file with the person, does it mean if I add the person as a user,
Mm-hmm.
will I be now will I be able to share file with that person?
Okay, now if you
I've
configure,
already selected that internal. Yes,
okay,
I'm with you.
now as long as you select internal, that this file should not go externally, it will not go externally. As long as you select that option that allow only people in my organization to have access to this file, that is the only time they'll have access to this file, right? Now, there's a workaround. Let's say you want it to be on only people in your organization, and you want to like invite somebody that's outside to come and access that same file. You can invite that user as a guest, right? So when you invite that user as a
Okay,
guest,
okay.
an identity will be created for that user in your organization. Temporary identity that will give that user access. Now, it will see that user as a member, as somebody in the organization. Let me show you. Let's go here. Let's go to guests. So I think I've added my Gmail. Okay, good. So you can see this is my Gmail, right? You will see that there is ext. It means external. As after that, you will see the domain. It means that I am now a member of that organization. I'm a guest though, but I'm a member now. So that is the only way an external person can access your file when the configuration is only people in your organization. You have to add them as a guest. Even
I
is
get you. Thank you
mhm.
very much.
Yeah, even sometimes that option still doesn't work for everybody, but it has worked before for a few users, right? So, but it's a workaround. If you want other people to access your file, it's either you put them on new and existing guest. That's the best option because they have to authenticate. That's why organizations used to prefer new and existing guests. So
Thank you
any
very
other
much.
question? No problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry for the last explanation.
Okay.
Is it the same thing with the, for instance, in some organization where we have permanent staff and contract staff? So for the guest, maybe the contract staff, we don't want them to have the full access to the company files, for instance. So do they actually fall under the external guest if we
O-
want them to make use of those files to carry out their duties?
okay. Now, when you say contract, right? Let me give you an instance now. Now, I have an organization. My organization domain is abc.com, right? My organization domain is
Okay,
abc.com. If the contractor has a different domain, let's say their own domain is xyz.com, right? And it is not me
okay,
that
mm,
employed that person. It is the contractor that employed that person.
mm,
Now, I'll have to
mm,
add the contractor's um, domain as a guest.
okay,
So exactly
all
what I
right,
just explained is what will happen.
okay,
So
all
they will
right,
have to add them as a guest so that they'll be part of the organization for the period of their
all right,
contract or whatever. Do you understand?
all right. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So any other question? Don't worry, this training.
Sorry, just a quick one.
Okay, okay.
Is there a way you can add us as a guest so we can have access to the maybe all the recording of it?
Don't worry. The recording, I'm going to like put it like I said, I'll put it on YouTube so that anybody can
Oh,
access
all
it.
right, okay, okay.
hmm Everybody can access
All
it.
right, thank you.
Now, this training, like I said, I want it to be practical. I don't want it to be like talk, talk, talk. I want us to be like doing it. Now, tomorrow. We are going to start from creating a user. So I'll be giving scenarios whereby I'll say, okay, you are admin now. They just employ this person. What is the first thing you do? You have to create the user first because as at that time the user is not existing. You have to first create the user. After creating the user, you now give the user a license. Now, depending on the license you give the user, that's what will determine what the user will be able to access. For instance, we have a subscription called Business Basic. We have Business Standard. Now, Business Basic has all Office suite in it. Word, Excel, Outlook, Exchange like Exchange, Teams, SharePoint. If you give Business Basic, the user will be able to access all these things. But if you give a start alone, whether it be start alone, let's say you buy just Exchange plan. Exchange plan gives you access to just email. If you give that license now to a user, the user will not be able to access Teams, Word, Excel, just email. That's what the user will be able to access. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I can create a user without giving them a license. I can even show you one now. Let me show you. Let me create a user. Now, other active users, they just employ somebody. The person name is XYZ. So I want to create an account for that person. I'll click on add a user. So his name is XY, last name Z, display name is XYZ. Now this will be his email, XYZ at the domain. Now if you click here, these are all Microsoft domain. We can actually add our own domain, custom domain. As we are learning, I'll also teach you how to add your own personal domain. So let's say you buy a domain, you can add your own so that you carry your company name instead of all this or Microsoft.com. You can use your own company domain. Now I choose this one. You can decide to automatically create a password, or you can type a password, the one you want. Now I create a user. I can create a user with a license. As you can see here, there are different licenses, right? These are plenty license. Now depends on which one I give to the user. That is what will determine what he can access. I can create a user without a license. Now I want us to create a user without a license. Let's see what happens. I'll create a user. I will not give any admin role. I will make sure the user is not an admin. Next. So let's create the user. Now I'll carry this login. I'll give the user. So me now, I want to log in as that user. Let me log in as the user. Hold on. So I'll sign in. So I'll go copy the login details. XYZ. This. I want to show you the difference with the user that doesn't have a license and one that has. Okay. So this is a new user now, logged in. He has to set up his authenticator. Now I'll set it up for him. I'm sure you guys remember how you did all this. So next, then I'll scan the barcode, then I'll next. Okay, I'll put in the number I see. Okay, it has been approved. Okay, so click on done. Now, I want to show you the difference with a user that doesn't have a license. They'll be able to sign in on the web, but they will not have a license. They will not be able to access Word, Excel, and all that. Now, I've logged in. This is a user now without a license. You see, he's able to log in. This is XYZ, as you can see. Now, if I go to apps, I should not see like anything on apps. As you can see, there is nothing under apps. There is nothing. That's because it doesn't have a subscription. If you want user to be able to access office applications like Word, Excel, Teams, you have to give a license. Now, I'll go and assign license to this user now. We will now come back and see the difference. So let me go back here, XYZ. So let me assign license. So let me assign the license now. So we'll go back and see what is going to change. So you come licenses and apps. So we are going to assign a license. Now I'll give E5. E5 is called enterprise. We'll talk about that um, tomorrow because I want to take it one step at a time. Now I've assigned the license. Now under this license, we have 88 apps. Can you see? Now if I enlarge this one now, you can see what that license carries. Now if you look at it very well, these are the apps that come with that license. I can decide to uncheck any license, any app I don't want. Now if I give you a license now and I don't want you to access SharePoint, I'll come and uncheck SharePoint. If I don't want you to access Team, maybe I want you to access SharePoint and not Teams, I'll come and uncheck Teams. Now look down. If I uncheck this one, automatically all Office application, Word, Excel, it will not work on the web, but it will work on the Apple, like your phone, the desktop. But if you use it on browser, it will not work. This one, Office for web. So let's go and see the difference now that we have assigned the license. So let's go and check the difference now. Change the save. Save the changes now. So let's refresh. So it's still loading. You know what? Let me just log out. Let me log out and log in again. But now, when we log out and log in again, we should see that applications like Word, Excel, Teams, they are all now available for to this user. So let me log back in. Okay. Okay. Now, I've forgotten the password. I actually did not remember the password. Alright. I can reset the password because I don't remember it. Imagine I'm ordinary user now. I forgot my password. All I need to do is tell the admin, I forgot my password. Though. Can you help me reset it? Then I'll come here. You see XYZ, reset password. When I reset the password, it's going to create a new one for me. Then I'll give it to the user. Let the user like use it. I can decide the user to be able to like create his own or not. So this is the new one. I'll copy the new one. Come here. I should be able to sign in now. Mm, okay. So I'm in. So now let's go and check the apps. Let's see um what will be there. Okay, it's still propagating. It's still propagating. So by now it should show up all the office applications. But not to worry. It's going to show up. It's just propagating because we actually initially did not give the license. That's why it's not showing here. But don't worry. Before we go, I'm sure it's going to show up. If you have any question about what I just said now, please ask me. Anything at all, please ask me. Anybody has a question? Hello? Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yes, we
Yeah,
have.
we
Yes,
see
right
you.
here.
Yeah, we see you both.
Alright, so does anybody have
We
a
are
question?
getting it small, small, small.
No, don't worry, you get it. We've not even started anything. I'm just like, touching around, going up and down. But from tomorrow now, we'll start from the user admin. From user admin, we'll move to exchange admin. After exchange admin, we'll move to teams. After teams, we'll move to SharePoint. Or we can do SharePoint first. Anyone. Depends on like what I plan. Okay. But right now, based on what I explained, I just want to be sure that you understand. If you understand, please ask me anything so that I can answer your question. Emmanuel, you want to say something?
Yes, good evening. I want to say something. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So when talking about admin roles and all that, so I wanted to
Hmm.
ask, at this stage that we are now, still learning and all that,
Mhm.
we are not admins yet, I think. So what are the requirements for becoming an admin apart from learning how to handle the UI interface, okay, and all that? Learning how to, like, what are the requirements? In fact, even the license you give yourself, can we do these things that you're doing? Those license? Can we handle admin roles and all that? The reason why I'm asking this question is because
Mhm.
I saw some while I was going through YouTube and I saw the certification courses. So is it that after this whole training that you're giving us that we're going to be taking a particular certification course in Microsoft, let's say SC 900 or MS 900 and all those
Yeah,
other
sure,
Microsoft related?
sure.
Are we taking any of all these certifications?
Sure,
Okay.
sure. I can recommend all that. But let me tell you the truth. The truth is that nobody
So
passes that
okay.
certification without knowing all these things. Like you have to be good to pass those certification. You have to
Yeah, I know.
understand.
Yeah, I know. Of
You have
course,
to
I
you have
know.
to
I know.
understand how
But
the
what
product
I'm
works.
asking is, but yes, yeah, I know. I know. What
Yeah.
I'm really asking is that is it possible for us to get job roles as an admin without doing all this certification? Like
Yeah,
with everything
sure.
you're teaching us now,
Yeah,
is it
sure.
possible that without doing those certifications later, you can still get remote jobs with what you're teaching us so far?
Now let me tell you. I am just preparing for my certification role. I've not done any certification before,
Okay.
right?
Wow.
And I'm
That's cool.
working. I'm earning in dollar. I work remotely. Now, if I want to do 10 certifications, I'll do it. What got me my job is the knowledge.
You pass it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that you can defend. If they say, okay, if this is spoiled, how will you fix it? You tell them. They
And
say,
you can say
okay,
it.
mm-hmm, you know what you are doing. If they say, okay, I want you to like
Yeah.
configure this thing. This is what I want to happen. How will you achieve it? If you're able to like explain, break it down, that will give you the job. It's not certification. If
Yeah.
you pack 10 certificate now,
No, I think
you go to interview, they ask you how will you do this. You don't know. Come on, what's the law?
that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Share the stuff.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Like I said,
Yeah.
let's just take it one step at a time.
What's
Me,
the
my aim is to make you understand how the product works. You understand? You will do it too very well.
no,
You will do it very well. And I want to like I'll introduce you guys to other people like our professionals also, right? You can ask questions, but be rest assured, everything you want to learn, you let it here. I'll make sure, right? I'll make sure you learn it.
wow. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks, bro. Sure.
So any other question? Let me check.
Ye- ye- Yes, I just want to. I don't know if you are aware that
Hmm.
there's actually like a little lag based on your navigation. I guess that's network. So if there is anything you are going to help us do with respect to that, I don't know. Maybe it's my network or it's only me that is affected. Because when we start that practical,
Hmm.
it's going to kind of impact on the learning.
Yeah.
So, like when you move and you are doing all of those things, some kind of lag.
All right. It could be your end because the only thing I see here is maybe if I roll browser, if I load the browser, maybe network the browser doesn't load immediately. Aside from that, everything is fine. But like you said, I'll see I use 5G. It's always good. I don't know, but we'll see about that. I'll check and see about that. That's the problem.
Thank you,
That's
thank
the
you.
problem. So tomorrow we'll start proper, right? We'll start proper, and we'll take it like I said, one step at a time. Please feel free to ask any question at all. Anyone. Don't feel like this question might sound stupid. No, ask it. as stupid as it sound, mm, it will like clear your doubt when it's answered. So just try. You guys should be open-minded. Don't be scared though. You see the job, it's not hard like that. It's not hard like that, like that. As long as you understand what you are doing, you'll be able to like scale through. That's what me I know. That's what I know. Alright. So if you guys have any suggestion, I'll be happy. Like if you have something to suggest how we can make the training like more productive, more impactful, please feel free. Alright. I'll be very happy. So any other thing?
Yeah, in addition,
Mm.
as we are learning also, I would like to also suggest, if it's possible, if there are intern rules that you can also post on the group, or I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I
I
have
don't,
that plan. I have the plan. So once we are done with the training, I'll recommend you guys to some places, right? For the experience. Sure you get. So if
yes, thank you
I'll
very
yeah,
much.
I'll advise you guys to apply to those places for experience. You get experience there, and those places are places that are well recognized. You know where you work somewhere, and if people hear that place, they'll be like, you sabi the work. Just because you work there alone gives you that like upper hand if you apply for maybe international role and all that. So I'll recommend after the training, I'll tell you guys what to like tweak on your CV and all that, and hopefully we'll see how it goes. So is there any other question? Any other question?
I think you should check the chat.
Okay, let me check. Hold on. And I noticed that as I'm sharing my screen, it seems like the sharing of the screen is causing that lag you're talking about. But let me check. Mm, okay. Somebody asks, are we going to do project? Are we going to do project that can serve as our portfolio? All right. So here, you're not really doing projects. You're not building a website or building an app or anything. All right. So, like I said, I'll advise you on how to make your CV look like based on what you have learned and how you can, you know, make your CV stand out. That's what I can do. But there is no really project. We are not web developers. Somebody asked if I have a file saved in my OneDrive and I share the doc via Teams, will it appear in the shared by you in OneDrive folder. No. So files that show up shared by you are files that you share from OneDrive on either on the cloud or your desktop application. That is if your OneDrive is synced. But if you share be a file or Teams, it's not going to show under shared by you. No, that's not how it works. Mm, all right. So I thank you guys for joining, and like I said, I will make sure by tomorrow the lecture is going to be more like straightforward. We're just going to start, show you what to do, how to do it, answer questions, and all that. All right,
Sorry, can I quickly ask one funny question?
please do.
Yes, please. You know, AI is taking over now. Does
Okay,
this role now? You know what I wanted to ask?
yeah. So
So just want to know if it has anything.
the truth is that looking at everything we are explaining now, can AI come and do it? You answer the question.
No. No.
There's no AI that will come and act as administrator. Imagine, imagine now you tell AI, oh yeah, create the email. The AI creates it and it now makes one letter or one number. How would you want to para for the AI? Say how like why did you create such mistake? How? Nobody go want to play AI. No, not this rule. Oh. This rule AI can never. It's not possible. It's not possible. You understand? And do you know the funny thing?
Thank you.
Do you know the funny thing? This rule has been available for long, but people are just understanding and they're just realizing it. Nobody knew that this rule was like a big rule. Everybody thought it was like one small rule, but when people start hearing salary, they are surprised. Me now, I have colleagues mm, that earn at least like 2 to 3K a month, 2 to 3 thousand a month. When other people hear about the salary, they'll be like, eh, for just this role, we earn more than software developer in Nigeria. Software developer in Nigeria now, they used to pay them, the ones I know, they pay them like 400, 500. You understand? But admin now, they pay up to 1 million in Nigeria here. Oh. If it's global admin, they used to pay up to 1 million. So let God mm, guide everybody. Let's learn. Where we learn, God will guide us to that role, that job, and we'll get it. That's all I can say.
Yes, amen. Thank you. Yeah,
Mm.
yes.
So, so basically, that's all for today. I don't want to bombard everybody. Today is just introduction. I just wanted you to like and see how the environment look like. Tomorrow we'll start proper, and from there we continue upward. By God's grace, it's going to be a successful one. And thank you guys for joining.
Amen.
So, any other question
All
before
right,
I
thank
go?
you
Thank you
very
so much.
much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very
No
much,
problem.
Mr. Thomas.
Thank you so much for your time, Thomas.
You're welcome.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much. I really
You're,
appreciate you.
you're welcome.
We appreciate your time, sir.
You're welcome. Do have a lovely day. Night. Lovely night.
No.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Good
Good night.
night.
What tomorrow class is what time?
Same time, 6 p.m.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, I'll drop the update on the group. No worry.
Oh, sorry. Before we go, will the classes be running throughout the week, or it will just be mostly during the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All right.
Though I'll drop the
That's a
updates.
nice
I'll drop
plan.
the update on the WhatsApp. All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
God bless you. More
You're welcome. Bye.
strength, more wisdom.
Amen.
Oh, I said one. I said last question. Um, can we also reach you via the personally via the communication channel or private?
I prefer WhatsApp.
Okay.
You just text me on WhatsApp.
All right. All right.
Okay.
So no problem. Thank you, sir.
All right. Bye, guys.